In this segment, Stephanie Miller is joined by Glenn Kirschner. Together, the two discuss the radical assaults on how the federal government works.
This is not sustainable, and things continue to mount against Trump. I mean, I don't think he's going to last 4 years. I really don't.
It doesn't feel like it, given this 100 days. I mean, people are already just saying he has got to be removed. Look at what just happened on the world stage between Putin, between Russia and China yesterday.
And I love on the world stage, he has now drawn his line in the sand, and he ordered Vladimir Putin to stop.
Yeah.
So guess what? If Vladimir Putin doesn't stop, he is the supremely failed president of the United States, because his orders don't mean anything.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. A couple more I got to get to. Trump administration yesterday asked the Supreme Court to allow enforcement of a ban on transgender people in the military while legal challenges proceed. The High Court filing follows a brief order from the Federal Appeals Court that kept in place a court order blocking the policy nationwide. Where are we on that?
What I love about this one, Steph, is Pete Hegsth is like plaintiff's exhibit number one. If I were litigating this case, I would subpoena Pete Hegseth to the courtroom. I would slap a government exhibit sticker on his forehead and walk him up and sit him in the witness chair and read his own posts to him and to the jury or to the judge, because everything Hegseth says undermines any credible argument about these hateful DEI policies. So listen, as I said all along, Donald Trump and his flunkies can say whatever they want in the court of public opinion, but when these cases move into court proper, they lose. They lose running away. They lose in a New York minute, and they're going to continue losing.
I keep saying I hope Kilmar sues the bejesus out of them, because they say it all on Fox News and in the Oval Office, yappy, 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 and then they get in court and, don't say any of it because they can't prove it. Okay, one more. Trump to issue order targeting Democratic platform Act Blue. I don't get these executive orders. Like, he does, several a day with his big boy magic marker.
Well, yesterday he
Look what I did.
Yesterday, he accidentally called it legislation, that he was going to sign this legislation.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's just an executive order.
So in a shot at Act Blue, the left's major online donation platform, Trump plans to sign a memo cracking down on foreign contributions in American elections, which is laughable.
Wow.
Thank you. You get it, because the joke is Russia.
Yeah,
okay. The order is expected to specifically target Act Blue, which Republicans have long claimed could be exploited by foreign actors. Russia has installed him, twice now? Meanwhile, anybody in the world can line Trump's pockets by buying his grift coin, joining his golf clubs, staying at his hotels. I mean, but again, what legal weight do these things have that he signs with his magic hurricane-correcting Sharpie?
Yeah, they don't have any legal weight. He'll lose. If the suit is brought over this, he'll lose that as well. But he always pretends to try to ban the things that he is doing. He could sign an executive order banning blonde comb-overs and orange spray tans because they're the scourge of America, and we would see what he's doing. That's what he's doing. But, Steph, he's acting lawlessly. I mean, crime is on the rise in the Oval Office. He's acting lawlessly by signing what everybody recognizes are unconstitutional executive orders. And again, this is going to hurt him in the long run. It's not going to help him.
Yeah, I mean, Glenn, the lawbreaking is just breathtaking is the only word I can think of. This one yesterday, I felt like, should this not be a bigger story? Fox News reporter, Fox Business senior correspondent Charles Gasparino reported yesterday that Trump's administration is giving insider information to Wall Street executives about ongoing trade deals. Citing senior Wall Street execs with ties to the White House, Gasparino said people within Trump's administration have alerted business leaders about agreements in principle with India, whoever. Is this because of the immunity? They're just doing it all out on the open?
Well, it's not the immunity stuff as much as it is that he has installed flunkies and lapdogs and sycophants in all of our federal institutions. So there are no enforcement mechanisms left, not criminal, not civil. The DOJ is, basically an arm of the Oval Office. The SEC is all but, in a coma. So he knows there is nobody who will enforce the laws, criminal or civil, against him. That's why he's doing it. So, but you know what? We have a long memory. And once he falls from power, we will have to work hard, and we will never stop working to hold him and all of his corrupt flunkies accountable for what they have done to our democracy.
Yeah, I mean, we talked already about Hegsth had an internet connection that bypassed the Pentagon security protocol set up in his office to use the Signal app on his personal computer, known as a dirty internet line by the IT industry. It connects directly to a public internet where the user's information and the website's access do not have the same security filters or protocols that the Pentagon's secured connections maintain. I mean, we were saying Senator Schiff, our friend, has told them to retain all records. Well, of course, the whole point of using Signal is you can't retain, right? You get around the record. But again, Senator Schiff and people like you have to proceed as if we will have a nation of laws again, right? I don't know.
And I love how the White House spokeswoman said, what's going on here is that the entire Pentagon is against Pete Hegseth. And I say, of course they are, because they care about the men and women of the military, and they have to be against Pete Hegseth because he doesn't care about the safety and security of the men and women of the military. I don't think Pete Hegseth is long for that position, because if he is, we will become more vulnerable by the day because of what he's doing to the U.S. military.
I didn't even have time to get to Trump now selling Trump 2028 merchandise on his website, but I'm
Griftpalooza.